the next Congress, if I remember, the title is Future of Territory. And I think maybe we should say present and future of territory, because things are happening now, things are impacting the dynamic of regional innovation. So maybe we should also integrate the present and the future of territory. The next thing is, given the interconnectivity, many people have repeated it year round, given the importance of interconnectivity between the different territories, clearly we should also basically look, I think, at the present and future of territories and regional science.
I look forward to another fascinating conference. I think the overarching theme is fantastic, it's very timely, and I am particularly interested in mega trends in relation to diversification of inequality trends in Europe, but also demographic imbalances in relation to the refugee crisis and migration, and offering perspectives for a fact-based public perception of migration.
Its theme, I think, is very apropos to some of the issues that Europe faces today, because not only are these mega trends going to be important for Europe specifically, but they're also going to be more important for the rest of the world because we increasingly live in an interconnected and globalized world. So some examples of these trends include issues related to the plight of refugees, immigration, problems created by Brexit, unequal income distribution within different parts of the European Union. So these are all likely to be giving rise to what the title refers to as mega trends, and research on these are not only timely but also important to meaningfully address some of the future problems affecting both Europe and the rest of the world.
The topic of next year is very challenging, will attract people, because I think there are main challenges in Europe tomorrow. I can't tell them all, but I think that organizing the spaces, the urban space and the rural space, and not considering them separately, it's a continuum, not with one mega city. I've heard some colleagues telling me that all people should be in a city, but isn't this a dystopia? We see that in rural areas there are major problems about poverty, about deprived areas. I'm fascinated by these areas, and I would really like to work on that, while I've always been working with cities. But I think we have to consider the hierarchy of cities. And this is very important. We are forgetting about these. There are small cities, medium-sized cities, big cities, and their green hinterlands. And this is a very important challenge. Another challenge you should consider is the transport. I've been interested in many topics of transport. And I think that there are still many taboos about transport. We're taxing the cars, it's easy. But what about freight? What about planes? What about electricity production? I'm horrified about what is going on for the moment, promoting windmills everywhere. Of course, people in this city will not see the windmills out of the city, but it's not an ecological problem. It's nowadays a financial investment, these windmills. I mean, this is just an example I wanted to point out, but I hope that next year Congress will bring answers for some of these topics.
I mean, that's a great opportunity for those people who are looking forward to dealing with scenario thinking, foresight studies, planning. This is really something that we should think about, because the megatrends, because the changing reality is very challenging. And I would say this event would be a great opportunity for us to discuss how these challenges can be faced, how we can really deal with these challenges as regional scientists. I think everybody should be there.